Okay. Tell me how the fuck was I supposed to be your wife when you won't even let me love you how I feel is right? And I ain't got no time for fussing and fighting, cause you gon' love who you gon' love and I'ma be alright. I say that out of spite. You was my whole fucking world, but you done fucked up twice. And since the third is a charm and I don't wanna be scorned. A broken woman can kill, sure you been warned. But you don't wanna see me pissed, breaking TVs, throwing shit, screaming get the fuck out. I swear I hate you stupid bitch. But to turn around and then just flip the script. Like girl, I love you. Fuck all them other hoes, I'm only here for you. I swear this loyalty this nigga carry got so much glory, like a rewritten story. Guess you gotta have more feel behind it. Never thought when I look back you wouldn't be still behind me. Through the deepest water, still learned to float beside you. But what hurts the most is not riding boats without you. Gave my loyalty, anything you could ever need. Still can't understand the reason why you ever made me leave. Thought we grow from out the mud to seeing all these finer things. Now I guess you like the mud. Sorry, I gotta go get clean. Look inside the mirror, try to readjust my self-esteem. All these years you played with me took away all my childish dreams. Now I don't believe in fairy tales, I see they make believe. Broke my heart in half and still decided that you take a peek. How the fuck could you take from me? All these years we wasted when you could've said just wait for me. I ain't saying I'd be happy cause my patience weak, but at least I have a chance to try to save my peace. It's been fucking amazing since I let you be. And you ain't gotta check my Instagram to try to see, cause I done blocked you everywhere so we could never speak. I ain't saying this pain over, I just had to get my closure. Mama taught me holding grudges can't control you.
Ain't nothing but a touche thing, man. You know, it's 10 P's, 5 B's, and 4 C's to this touche shit. The 10 P's stand for proper preparation, prevents poor performance, because it's power in pimping. A man should always have pussy, a plate of food, and a place to lay his head. The 5 B's mean any bitch I fuck with, the bitch better bring back bread. And the 4 C's, we so high maintenance with this shit. That means anybody I fuck with, they gotta have a car, crib, cash, and good credit. Touche, my love. We gonna take this shit all the way.
Let me refill my glass, just to the future we once had. Shit, I can't build off past, still on my lonely chasing bags. Every nigga love the nag, shit, I ain't fucking on no bag. Every bitch gon' call you sis until that pussy hoe get mad. Well, here's the gag, nigga icing out my wrist to keep me glad. Knock a bitch out if she playing, put a stick from out the lack and start spraying. See, I'd rather come in peace, you need an army for one me. Like making classic R&B, you bitches cracking horribly, while I'm still acting morally. Trying to practice what I preach, shit, it's the captain that's gon' teach, and it's these bastards that's gon' leech. Thanking God just for the strength to see when niggas ain't for me, cause that shit sting you like a bee when I start shitting on these beats. And them chicks start rolling in, my phone beeping like a meat. Hair and nails stay on fleek, the real bitches on instinct. Probably fly away when they blink, shorty cute but her ass stink. While Raider and Class D gon' need magic to pass me. Hold on, gamble your last G, how you fuck like the ass beat. Now you stuck with the gas E, call him Chuck, tell him fast speed. While I roll up a fat tree, you bitches under me, and shit your nigga, he just a pun to me. Hear ye, I'ma make you niggas feel me. Dilly, departed, see you gon' feel me. Clearly, always 100, I'm the real me. Standing on my own 10 toes, had to rebuild me. Hear ye, I'ma make you niggas feel me. Dilly, departed, see you gon' feel me. Clearly, always 100, I'm the real me. Standing on my own 10 toes, had to rebuild me. If I could've write my life inside a letter, shit be clever. Had 2 kids by a nigga who just constantly forget him. Guess he bitter, plus his new bitch think I'm still trying to get with him. Sick as venom, leave the kids to be some bastards, that'll kill him. 5 kids later, I've been chasing paper, even help some haters. That's why I keep elevating, no wonder I'm celebrating. Why you bitches contemplating about your next move? Better make that shit your best move, cause I'm popping shit without news. Need to stop it, ho, I'm not you. At the spot I had the top room. Watch your mouth for it get not loose. Bless her up like she the hot chew. You bitches grumpy, walking around looking like Humpty Dumpty. Hear ye, I'ma make you niggas feel me. Dilly, departed, swear you gon' feel me. Clearly, always 100, I'm the real me. Standing on my own 10 toes, had to rebuild me. Hear ye, I'ma make you niggas feel me. Dilly, departed, always 100. I'm the real me. Standing on my own 10 toes, had to rebuild me.
You know, Shana Red, you know, probably gonna be the first lady of this Touche movement. You got Mr. Touche himself right here, my cousin Jacquees. You know, I'm Sean Wan, Sugar Dick, aka Mr. Goodwood. I am Touche, you know, all of that. You know, that's how we do it, man. But ain't nothing but a Touche thing.
All right, y'all. Here we are. We are at episode number 80 of Let's Get Activated podcast. And this is going to be a hot one. You know, you got me, your girl, Samantha Lavelle, and we got the queen up in here. We have entrepreneur, rapper, singer, songwriter, and everything in between. Miss Shana Red is in the building.
I love that intro. That intro just got me like, feeling real hype.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful to be on here with you today, and it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Oh no, more than welcome. You know, I was excited to finally get to like talk to you on camera because, you know, I've been in clubhouse rooms with you, you know, doing your thing, hearing your music. So now we're coming full circle.
I know, that's right. I love me some Clubhouse too. I love some Clubhouse.
I know.
That is the connect, baby.
It really is. But, you know, I got to say, you know, before we get into it, what I really loved about you on Clubhouse was your humbleness. You know, you wasn't talking over everybody. You was quiet. And then when your music played, it was like, oh, man.
Look, let the music do the talking.
Yes.
That's one thing I have learned, though. I've been through enough to learn to be very humble. You know what I'm saying? In situations like you can shine bright like a diamond in a room when you're quiet. And people don't really notice that. But most of the quiet people stick out because, you know, people like to show themselves a little more.
Right. For sure. And, you know, we were just vibing out to, you know, two great tracks and visuals, you know, Letter to My Ex and Feel Me. You know, can you let the people know just the premises of those tracks and the visuals too?
Oh, sure. So Feel Me. Okay, well, I'll start from Letter to My Ex because that was played first. But Letter to My Ex I made back in 2020, I think 2020. And my brother actually was my engineer at the time, and he just set me up a template. So basically I record myself at home, and I could just go pull up my template, and my voice will always sound the way that it sounds on my tracks. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's hard trying to, you know, engineer a track. But I did it while I was pregnant with my last baby. He's 2 years old now, and I was about like 6 to 8 months pregnant. And it was, you know, regarding to my two middle kids, my last relationship, you know, their dad or whatever, just to let them know, like, hey, I'm moving on with my life. Hey, I'm living good, baby. I'm doing all right.
Right.
Don't think but yeah, so the production was by my brother as well. His name is Track Mac. It's Terrell Smith on Facebook, but it's Track Mac Productions on every other platform. And he literally, he kind of guided me through the whole step. He was telling me what to do. He was my director. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? He was like, act like y'all arguing. So I'm like, cool. But and that's out on all platforms. It's been out for probably like a little over a year now. And then also Feel Me, I did when I moved. So I did that like last year. I did it in 2021. And at the time, I think that I had transferred literally fully over to real rap, because at first I would rap, but it would just be like, you know, it was still real rap, but it was ratchet rap. And it was like, girl, you got all these daggone kids, you married, you know what I'm saying? You can't give the world something that you're not selling. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not selling it, so I can't give it to them. But it kind of like, you know, pushed me to talk about my problems that I go through in life, talk about my friendships, talk about my relationships with my parents, with family. And, you know, I don't know. And especially with my kids, too. So that was kind of a real big step for me to make that song. I got a lot of aggression and anger out. But that's what music is really for. You know what I mean? It's for you to kind of like clear your conscience of everything that you know, experienced in life. But yeah, so that one we did at a hotel. We were just in town. My brother was like, hey, come on, let's do some footage. I'm like, all right. He was like, just walk around the hotel. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so I think that those two really represent real rap is back. Definitely for me. I would put those out over and over again until the whole world hears it.
Yeah, those are great. Those are great tracks. I love it. What we were talking
Thank
about before the
you.
live, your cadence too. It's like you got the bars, but the cadence, you know what I'm saying? You got the attitude
Yeah,
and you
it has
deliver
to
it.
have connection. Yeah.
Right. Like,
I
yeah,
don't know how I
yeah.
got that. I don't know how that happened. That's why I say majority of my journey is God, because a lot of this I didn't go and study artists. I just woke up one day and was like, okay, I sing, but can I rap? And then I started rapping, and I was like, oh shit, I can rap too. So it was kind of like one and one, but I think it's God. I think he's trying to get me to, you know what I'm saying, give a better message to our youth, because right now our youth is stuck in between. If you're a queen, you're a hoe. If you're a king, you're a drug dealer, murderer, or you know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through things, but we have to have at least some positive message to leave behind to the youth. So that's my biggest thing.
Agreed, agreed. I love that. And you having children, I believe you have 5 young kings. Is that correct? So you're bringing kings in the world. So I
Yes.
definitely see where you're coming from with that for sure.
One of my oldest is literally like walking right down my path. Like, he created this thing called Rap Fame. It's an app
Uh-huh.
on like in any, you can use it on any phone or whatever, Google, Apple, whatever. And he downloaded it, and it has beats on it, and you can rap on top of the beats. And so he'll text me and be like, Mom, I did a new one. And I go and listen to it. I'm like, all right. I know you lying. But
Wow.
just seeing that's a big blessing. Seeing, even if I can leave this legend behind to my, this legacy down to my kids, it'll be a big thing for me.
Definitely. And I know, like, I'm sure you probably be playing your music for them probably all the time before it even comes out, right?
Sometimes I ask them, like, does this sound okay? Before because usually they be like, Mom, you over here talking about some shaking butt and all this and that. And they like, I don't like it. So when I make songs now, I include them into it, and I be like, well, what can I say besides, ass? Or what can I say besides, you know what I'm saying? And they'll give me other words like, you can say butt. And I'm like, you're right. I can
Yeah.
say butt.
That's true. Or like speak about life, because both of those tracks I felt, see, it's gonna
Right.
resonate with people. Like
Right.
letters to my ex, we all have that. We all
We
have been
all
through
have
that,
exes. Yeah.
and then feel me, the same thing. It's just,
I feel
I
like all
love
the
it.
female, not trying to be picky. I know everybody
Yeah.
has to have their own era selection, but I want the female rappers to come back so hard with,
Hmm.
like, it was in this age group that I grew up in, listening to music when I first fell in love with hip hop. All of the female rappers had real rap. They
Yes.
had bars, they had cadence, they had delivery. And it's like now, it's like we could just get on the track, and as long as we're saying, you know what I'm saying, pop it, shake it, move it, drop
Right.
it. It's like,
Right.
take his money, take his money. It's just like, as long as we're saying that, it'll go. So I just really hope that in the next coming years, when real rap is coming back around in a circle, that, the females catch on to it quicker, because the industry they don't want us to sell what we want to sell. To be honest,
Right.
they want us to sell what they want us to sell. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it takes us a little bit longer when we do have messages behind our music for us to push it. But I definitely feel like that's something that I'm gonna keep doing though. I do think I'm gonna keep doing it.
I love the message that, that's what I push. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to be beautiful and everything, but you
Yeah.
come with the bars and the real music,
Yeah. Show me
because,
what you got. I want to see you naked. If you
yeah.
don't look good naked, I don't like it. You gotta show me everything inside and out. So it's
Right.
like,
But it's like you gotta
yeah, I totally
come
agree.
with those bars, because I grew up on that too. Real hip hop. Bringing
Yeah,
real
real hip
rap
hop.
back.
Like
Yeah.
back when Ja Rule was out, and you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that was with his whole crew, from Charlie Baltimore to Ashanti to Lil Mo to you got doggone the Brad, Missy Elliott. When they were rapping back then, it was like something that made me want to say, I want to play a female artist when it comes to hip
Mhm.
hop. You get what I'm saying? Now I'd be like, let me go listen to Lauryn Hill or Erica Badu, because I just can't win.
Oh goodness. And then, so growing up, did you start off then like singing growing up, and then it moved on into rapping? So how did the singing begin?
Okay, so I started singing when I was about. I'm glad you asked that question because that's the part of I want to do a biography about that. But
Yeah.
I started off singing when I was like a little, probably like 8 or 9. I was in the church choir. I started off in church. My grandma used to
Yeah.
drag me to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Friday, and it was like you gonna rehearse it, you gonna sing, and you got a voice God gave you, you gonna sing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just the more I did, the better I got. And then when I got to probably like 13 ish or whatever, people would call me and say, like people from my school, they'd be like, "Can you sing on my voicemail for me?" And I'm like, they're like, I got a song request I want you to put on my voicemail. So I'm like, cool.
I
So,
remember those. Yeah.
so then from there, it was just like, it started circulating around. Everybody was like, oh, if y'all need somebody, like the rappers that I used to rap with back in the day, they're like, if y'all need somebody to sing, Shana Red got you or whatever, just go hit her up. And I got a manager. I ended up meeting this man named LT,
Mm-hmm.
and he was about 30-ish at the time, and he had me singing in the girls group, and all the girls, I was probably about 14, 15, and his girls group was like 21 and up. So he was like, you getting in where you fit in, because I could do alto, soprano, and tenor or whatever. He was like, but I just feel like they're a little too advanced for you in age. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, they are, you know what I'm saying? So we branched off, the girls group broke up, and he kept working with me. And then I got pregnant with my first child. So he was like so upset because I had did photo shoots, I had did
Mm-hmm.
show bookings. He had me studio time, and he paid for everything because I was a child. So he was
Right.
kind of more so disappointed in me, like, girl, I just gave you the hookup and you already gonna mess up like that.
Oh.
So, but that did kind of end my music career. I think I was about 16 or 17 when I had him.
Mm-hmm.
And I started back working with my manager again, and he tried to trust me, and I got pregnant again, probably like a year and a half later. So he was like, you know what, you just need a little break. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do real quick. So my kids, basically, I won't say they stopped my career because it was my decision to, you know what I'm saying, become a mother at a young age. But I will say it taught me the principles in life. You know what I'm saying, your priorities and what comes first. So I wouldn't even sing around the house for probably like 5 years later. I met my husband, and he was like, yeah, I do music. And I'm like, I sing. I just kept saying, I sing. But I sang. And, at the
Uh-huh.
time, he was like real blowing up everywhere, and they were doing big things. So I had to kind of like, creep behind his shadow a little bit. But time went by, and finally I started rapping. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, hey, buddy, your girl can rap. Hey, she can rap. Your girl can rap. I know she said she can sing, but she can rap. And from there, he started pushing me 100%. He was behind me 100%. So that was really literally my transition from R&B to hip hop. I still miss it sometimes because it's like, I want to be a singer, but then you got the Summer Walkers and the hers, you know what I'm saying, and their
Mm-hmm.
voices are so elegant. I've only studied on my rapping for the past couple years. I've only enhanced my rapping. I haven't really did vocal classes. I've never had vocal lessons. So, but that is coming soon, I won't lie, that's coming.
Yeah, God was, multi-talent. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong, but you're doing a little bit of both. Then you got a song, you singing
Yeah,
your own hook. Why not?
might as well do both. And then I told my husband, I was like, so my deal is, I don't want it to be the same person. I'm a Gemini. I have split personality. So I
Mm-hmm.
went and got my tattoo of Vishuddha on my neck, which is the throat chakra. And I named my R&B artist after the throat chakra. Her name is V Blue. So I got Shana Red, and then I got V Blue. So some days you'll see Shana Red, and then some days you'll see. So I'm
Hey.
like, but that's pretty cool for me. I'm like, that's two different, packages. So
Wow, that's nuts that you say that because the way we got the stage set up, it's two of you. Wow. Okay.
oh yeah,
Okay. We activated.
it is. That is
I,
so cute.
yes, yes. And then, so we do have a question up for you. So there's a question about who is your favorite female rapper?
Okay, so I've had that question so many times, and then
Mm-hmm.
I know that some people ask me like from back then and then now. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I guess if I could sum it up to two artists, because my favorite
Mm-hmm.
artist would be from back in the day. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I would go with, as far as for female artists, I would have to put Charlie Baltimore in my top favorite, but I would have to put Trina right behind her because Trina be
Mm-hmm.
snapping. So them two will be from back in the day, and then from now, I would say the person that I see doing the most, that's making the most moves, would be between, I want to say Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that, I mean, I'm not taking it from any artist, but I do know that she doesn't write her own stuff. So it's kind of like, a pull of tug of war,
Right.
because it's like, how can you say
Right.
she's the best rapper if she doesn't really rap? But it's
Right.
okay, because,
Right.
that's a part of the industry. So I would say behind her, Mulatto, because I did watch her go from being a teenager trying to do real rap, and they wouldn't accept her in the game, to now she's blowing up everywhere. You get what I'm saying? And she's got hits with Mariah Carey. It's like, you doing stuff I want to do in life.
Right.
So
Right. For
I would say
sure.
her. I would say her. It took me a while to say her because I didn't really like her music at first, but I'm like, she's doing the damn thing.
You're doing it. And someone just said that you do resemble Miss Charlie Baltimore. So there you go.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
that's my lady right there. I love
that,
her.
yep. Man,
I used to tag her in my photos like, "Hey girl, you left me on my mama's porch."
right, right, right. Like y'all sisters, something wrong with that. Y'all need to go and do one of them DNA tests or
I
something
know
for
that's
real.
right.
For real.
But yeah, she did inspire me a lot, though. I will say that she inspired me a lot, even from her confidence to her. That's how I built up my cadence, listening to those female rappers from back in the day, and they rap like they were positive on what they were saying.
Right.
And I think that's what the new industry lacks a little bit. They don't. It's like they not sure what they saying. You get what I'm saying? But when you put that sternness and that cadence and delivery, you can let a motherfucker know, I know what I'm talking about, and you gonna listen.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I was about to say, with the bars, I can definitely tell you're, incredible writer. Like, do you remember like one of your first, like I guess, rap tracks that you wrote?
I was like, I've been doing it for like 8 years now.
Right.
So I had to be like 19.
Mm-hmm.
17 to 19, I wrote my first rap. And at first I was just doing like features. But when I did my first full actual song, my brother then was in the studio like, bitch, you been sitting around this the whole time and know how to do this and you ain't saying nothing. I'm like, yeah, my bad, but I didn't want to, step on no toes. I just wanted to, I was the little singer. I didn't want to just singer turn rapper or whatever, but I'm like, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, I was about 19 when I would say 17 to 18 when I made my first hip hop song.
Wow. Wow. And
yeah, I'm 28 now, so that was a good, it was about 10 years ago.
Wow. And is there a certain inspiration that you get that gets you to write, or a time of day, or just whenever it hits you?
That's what makes me say it's God. I'm not gonna lie, because some days I don't get up in the studio anymore. Like, I probably go into the studio, my husband, when he makes me, because he will literally have to be like, get your ass up and do something in the studio. And I'm like, I just want to do my hair or play in my makeup. And he like, no, bitch, record. So, I mean, now it's like literally backhand. I can make a song in probably like 30, 45 minutes as soon as the beat comes on. And then we go from there. So it used to be kind of, I would have to sit there and try to elevate myself. But then I figured once I started working on my balancing and everything, it'll just come straight from the universe. It just literally floats on my pen and pad. But I do write. I don't freestyle. And that's been my hardest thing, because when I go places like the interviews and stuff, they be like, can you, Shana Red, go ahead and spit something for us real quick, do us a freestyle. And I'm like, I'm like, well, do you want me to do one of my songs that I already wrote? Because I don't freestyle. Because it's like, I mean, I don't know, but I was just raised upon like pen and pad. It's journalism. You write your problems out so they come out clearer. You can't say a sentence before you think about it in your head. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong thing in my music. So it makes me, practice that part. But yeah, I think that I've been doing it for some time now, to where that's probably why I got it down. I'm getting it down packed. It's the engineering for me now. Now that I have to be my own engineer and makeup artist and hairstylist and stylist, it's just like, what the
heck? Man, you're doing it all. I was gonna, say about your style. What I love about it is it's unique. You know what I'm saying? I love the look. Yeah, did it like. I guess the question is like, how did you develop that style? Because I'm like, look at Miss Shana Red. It's like nobody, you look like yourself. There's nobody. There's not a duplicate.
Right, a distinct look.
Right.
I just do. I just dress what makes me feel like more comfortable. Like certain outfits. I know my homegirls be telling me, they be like, nah, if you want to be like in the industry with them or whatever, you got to dress how they dress. And I'm like, Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't like how they stuff look on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how they stuff look on me. Or whatever.
Right.
So it made me pick out my own character, who I really wanted Shauna Red to be. So now when I go out play, when I'm at home, I'm hoodie down. I told my husband that too. I said, look, even when we have millions and millions of dollars, I'm gonna be hoodie down, baby. I am with tennis shoes on. But you know, when I go out into the world, they're gonna want to see, you know, sex sells. So they're gonna want to see a more, you know, feminist, sexy side of Shauna Red. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just seeing the home mom all the time.
Right.
So I did say, you know, I'm gonna try to cross between the two. Like when I go to my shows, I wear nice, you know, put together sexy clothes. Nothing that's showing too much,
Right.
because I don't want to sell the wrong thing. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Just enough to make them want to look at what they're, you know, seeing in front of them.
Right.
So that's kind of pretty much. And as far as hair, I mean, my hair is always gonna be red. It's always gonna be red. It's been that way since I was like 14. So yeah, that's my favorite color.
Oh, now is that part of how Shunna Red came to be, or how did Shunna Red come to be?
Yeah, that's pretty much a part of how. Oh, my friend. Okay,
Yeah.
I had a childhood friend named
Mm-hmm.
Kiki. I forgot about. I wish I could tag her in this. I had a childhood friend named Kiki, and
Mm-hmm.
when I first started transferring over to my rapping or whatever, she was like, "You should name yourself Shauna Red," and I was like, "I don't like it." I was like, "I don't like it," and she was like, "It's cute." She said, "I'm telling you, your name's Shauna and you Red." She was like, "I'm telling you, do Shauna Red." And I told my manager, and he was like, "All right, cool." So when he started doing my photography, my photo shoots and stuff, he would tell them, like, you know, add the effect of Shauna Red in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And they would do it, and I'm like, "Oh, that look good." So
Yeah.
I used to spell it with one D until I got a little older, and I was like, I like it with two D's.
Yeah.
So I changed it like that. But yeah, that's really how Shauna Red got created. My friend just came out the blue one day and was like, "Girl, your name should be Shauna Red."
I
I
like
do
that.
listen. I take advice a lot.
I like that. It's very catchy. You know, it's like boom, Shunna Red, there she is. So that's
Some reviews I
perfect.
go on, they be like, Shauna Reed. They be like, and
How they get read? It ain't
I'm
too
like, what is
easy.
they seeing on there,
Right. It's
baby?
not two E's, it's two D's. Like how you get red wrong?
I get that all the time, and I'm just like, I'm used to it at this point. Like, they'll keep sounding it out until they get
Right. They
it.
gonna they gonna get it right, you know. And we got and then we also got to get into, definitely an entrepreneur, us women in the industry. I respect that too.
Absolutely.
When you're an entrepreneur doing your thing, because I know, that you have, something that you're doing, with your label and things like that.
Right.
You're a co-owner and co-founder of Touche
Yes.
Way Music Group. So,
Yes, that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
home.
So, how was Touche Way Music Group created? How did that come about?
Oh, okay. So that was a great question. I'm glad we get the spotlight on that, because
Yeah.
that is the mastermind behind everything. My husband, I was telling you guys when I first got with him, he was an artist, and
Mhm.
he was like, I mean, he was making big moves. And his father is like one of the hugest booking agents in Atlanta, Georgia, for the industry. So he was like, you know, pushing him everywhere. And they were called Touche Way.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, he created the name. My husband created the name and everything. And they had their own group, and they was doing their thing. And I mean, from there, we just kept going on and on. Touche Way, Touche Way, Touche Way. And then finally, it was like, I get to be a part of Touche Way. So I admire my husband, because I admired him when I first met him as an artist, and, you know, his drive and his ambition. And then I also admire him as a manager and as a label owner, because I mean, he's on executive level. And I keep telling him that. I tell him that all the time, like, what you're doing, most people can't even figure out how to do, you know, on a rainy day.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, I don't know. He has so much time on his hands, obviously, because he's a husband, a dad, and he has to be my manager, and he has to have the record label, and he has to promote me all over the world. So I'm like, you know, but yeah, that's where Touche Way came from. It was basically, it was his start, and
Mhm.
it's our finish.
Yeah, I see you were rocking the Touche Way, hoodie in the
Yeah.
filming video. I said, "Oh, she promoting. She promoting."
See, the thing is, I wanted to dress real. I had this sexy outfit on, and my brother came and he was like, "Bro," he was like, "You rapping like so hard in this video. I don't see why you wearing heels and a silk see-through jumpsuit." He was like, "Put on a hoodie." He was like, put some jeans on and let's just go out here real quick. I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna like it. But when it came out, it fit perfect. Like it fit perfect for the video. So I don't know, I've been listening to people, but they've been taking me on a roller coaster with these ideas.
Yeah, and I think that was a great idea. He was right. I think what you were wearing in the video, it was perfect for it.
It fit.
And we get to see, like,
Thank you.
different sides of you. You're versatile. So I love that. I was watching that. I was like, hey, I watched it a few times because I was doing the sound check and everything on it, to make sure it was nice and clean on the screen. So yeah, it was cool.
I love that song. I think I'm gonna push that song forever. That's one song that I feel like could have its possibilities of making a lot of the industry budge on real rap coming back. And that's something that it's like everywhere I go when I play that one. I can play my other songs. They're like, that's a 7. That's a, it's an 8. Yeah, that's cool. But then when I play film, they're like 10. I'm like, okay, yay! This is the one you guys want to hear.
Yeah, that hook too. That hook is like an anthem. I love the hook as well.
It's like demanding it. Like I said, we could push it behind Black Power. We could push it behind the Queen movements. King movements. We could push it behind so many different things. Even the LGBT community. It'll literally put people in a perspective of saying, hey, I know you don't like what I have going on, but I'm still coming, and I'm just letting y'all know I'm coming right now. So, you either get with the program or get lost. And that's kind of what, the meaning behind that was. A lot of my friends, my kids' friends at their baseball games and stuff, they come up to me, their mama be like, girl, she made me watch it. One of them pregnant. She was like, girl, she made me walk all the way down here just so she could say hey to you. And she like your music. I said, oh, y'all gonna make me cry. So just seeing the youth enjoying it, for me, it's like, I'm doing what I came to do.
Exactly. You're passing it down because the youth is our future. We need them to, enjoy this music and, just keep passing it on.
It's a lot of things that I feel like they should know that for generations, parents haven't talked to kids about. And I feel like those are the types of things that I have to put in my music. Because I know when I was 12 or 13 with my first little fake boyfriend and I got my heart broken, my mama didn't tell me, you know what I'm saying, how to handle that situation. So it's like when people hear letters from my ex, even as teenagers, they're like, sheesh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one that's been out here with a broken heart. Even this grown woman out here crying about, you know, how good she was. So it's like, I think that either any song that I have, I feel like if they flip it on, it'll give them at least some type of positive message before they leave.
Definitely, most definitely. And it's something, we have so many, like you said, young ladies going through things, and there's even and not only that, but young ladies trying to come into this crazy industry. Like what advice would you give to these young ladies?
I think I would say don't start until you know you're ready. And also don't stop just because somebody don't tell you that you're great. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are not gonna like you. A lot of people are not gonna like the message that you're giving, or the way you sound, or the way you look, or what you have to sell or market. So don't expect to sell to everybody. You feel what I'm saying? When I see artists coming in, unless you're thinking about being mainstream, which is like Cardi B or, you know what I'm saying, Megan Thee Stallion, unless you plan on being everywhere on every billboard all over the world, just come in humbly and take what you came to get and then leave. Do your job as God is asked and keep going.
Exactly. Do you prefer like being an independent artist as opposed to like signing on to a label?
Well, so because I have my own label,
right?
I would like to do a label 360 deal, which would be, you know what I'm saying, my label profits off of another label. That's the only investment that I would do as far as deals. But as far as me as an artist, I wouldn't remove myself from Touche Way, only because I'm like, I can get paid double. We all can get paid double. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's gonna happen. It's just if we have the power to do everything that we have inside of us. But yeah, I don't think I have had deal offers. I had a $200,000 deal offer. I had another offer from Warner Brothers. I've had a couple offers, and I tell my husband when I look at him, I'll be like, read the contract. If you say anything about 60-40 or you know what I'm saying, these crazy ass prices they give me. I don't want it because I'm never gonna own the rights to my music. You get what I'm saying? I'll never be able to get my music to be mine. So that's probably the one reason why I wouldn't sign. Other than that, I mean, I could pay them back if they give me $300,000 up front. They'll give me $1 million up front. I'm gonna give you $1 million back, but I'm not gonna let you have that $1 million back plus all of my rights to my music and you know what I'm saying, all my ownership for the next 10 to 15 years or until I die. I just think that's crazy.
It is. You definitely should own, you know, that's your work. That's your hard work. You gotta own your work. Own what you do, you know? So
a part of being an entrepreneur is, you know what I'm saying, starting everything on your own. So it's like, not to say someone else hasn't done it, but if someone else has done it and they're an entrepreneur, then you should be able to do it too. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we have the power inside of ourselves to do anything that we manifest. But, you know, it just takes that work. So that's my biggest thing. I think we want to show the world how to do what we're trying to do and still be ourselves. Still be a mom with 5 kids, still be a wife. You know what I'm saying? Still be a respectful young lady. You know, still be an educated woman. Still don't let nobody play with me because if they do, you know what I'm saying, I'm off they top. You know, just still. You know what I'm saying? Just still be myself and then be a part of the industry. I feel like that's what Beyonce and Jay-Z did. They were themselves, and then they created what they wanted out of the industry.
Exactly, they sure did. And you know, you got to promote the company more because I'm all into this because I have an independent. I'm part of an independent company. You are too. You know, promote.
I know that's
more.
right.
Yes. So
entrepreneurship.
Yes. So you got to talk your stuff on this. So like, you know, what, like if someone were to approach you, you know, about, you know, becoming part of the team or getting services. So what services are offered and things like that? Yeah. Like, so what, like services, like, you know, you guys offer and like.
Oh, okay. So if somebody wanted to become a part of the
label.
Oh, okay. So, so here's the thing with the label situation. Me and my husband, when he first did it, he had like 3 artists. And I fell out with just about every artist because when you're how can I say this? It's like they want to sign under management but not sign to the label. And his management is Touche Way, but he has Touche Way Music Group, which is the label. So I'm like, he could do either or, but either one he has to get paid for. You get what I'm saying? And I kept telling them that. I'm like, he can't take you as an artist from the ground up if he hasn't even taken me as an artist from the ground up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and we will bump heads because it'll be like everybody who supported Touche Way would always support Shana REDD, but they wouldn't support the other artists. And so it will be a problem to where they like, dang, they just keep saying Shana REDD, like I ain't on there. They just keep saying Shana. And he like, I can't help who her fan base is. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of like became a conflict of interest, and it literally we all had words towards each other. Some of them had got to the point where they was like, I'm gonna pull up to your house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, these people we shouldn't have been dealing with anyway. You get what I mean? But you know, I felt like it wasn't a great idea. So I told him, I tell you what, we work on one project at a time. If you can get Shana REDD to be blown up in 3 states in the next year, then go and pick you up another 2 artists, 1 male, 1 female, and blow them up in each state. You know what I'm saying? In 6 months. Like, you just have to take your time to do it. But I know if we're not doing it with me, if I don't wake up every day and say, let me go put these flyers out here for Shana REDD, I know dang on well I can't say, let me go put these flyers out here for such and such. So you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, it's just, and then another thing is too, some artists feel like they're supposed to be giving things. Oh, just me? Some artists feel like they're supposed to be giving things. Like, if my manager wakes up one day and says he doesn't want to support me anymore, even if that is my husband, I'm still going to post Shana REDD all day. Everywhere I got to post her at, talk about her, play her music. I'm going to do everything I have to do to still keep my, you know, my artistry flowing. But other artists be like, hey, you're not posting me. Hey, you're not doing this. Hey, you're not doing that. Then I go to your page. It's 30 posts on your page, but none of them is of you or your music. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do the job for you. And that's what the industry will tell you. They'll give you $130,000. They'll give you $500,000, but they gonna tell you got to figure out how to blow yourself up with $500,000. They not finna give you a whole layout of what you have to do every step. Okay, so we're gonna put flyers out here. No, I'm gonna give you $500,000. You're gonna sign this paperwork. I need you at these next 3 shows. You're gonna open up for this artist, that artist, and that artist. We're gonna get you into a label deal over here with this record label. You get what I'm saying? That's what labels do. So being that, we try to tell them like, we're the person that can get you signed, but we're not the person that's going to sign you to be one of our artists. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? We'll be the people who sit in the room with the label and say, hey, I got this artist, they name such and such and such. And we're not going to take 60% or 40% or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of how we work with the label. But I mean, it's a lot. It is. It's a lot to have a label and management team and music on top of that.
Yeah.
But hopefully in the next coming years, we are going to sign at least 3 artists to Touche Wade Music Group. And it's going to be 3 artists that we've already seen so far that's been working their ass off.
Nice. That's good because they gotta be. Look, they gotta have a good work ethic. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
You can't be no lazy ass. You can't be lazy trying to chase your dreams. You're gonna mess my money up, our money, your money. I don't got time for it.
Right. Exactly. You gotta be on point for sure. Especially like we said before, this industry is a crazy one as it is. So
the expectations is crazy. I mean, out of every deal that you get, it's going to be something that's going to benefit the label more than it benefits you. And I think that's another reason why we created our own label too. Because it's like, if we could do this on our own and make, everything work, then just imagine when we go to artists who don't have a budget, that need help, that have awesome talent. Now we get to control the whole industry as far as A&R goes, because it's a lot of A&Rs who hear great rappers and they don't want them because they don't like what they're selling. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not fitting in with what they're trying to give out, then you're going against it. But I know multiple artists that actually made it successfully going against the industry. Yeah. Like even Soulja Boy. I mean, he has like a couple 360 deals, but my boy did everything on his own. He did everything on his own, just about. You know what I'm saying? He just had some type of faith and he had work behind it.
Yeah, definitely got to have their work grind and, to get through it. Like I respect everybody that's, trying to do it on their own, collectively. That's what it's about.
So how do you guys do it? Like, as far as with the label, how many artists do you have?
So we have a total of 7 artists.
Okay.
7 artists, but we're an entertainment label.
Right.
So we're not a record label, we're an entertainment label, but we provide, publicists, work, promos, audio, visual services, and artist education, like you were saying earlier.
Right.
Those contracts, everything. City the Great, the CEO, he's really good on that, and we're just changing the narrative of this industry. It's so much negativity. So we're about, bringing about a positive change.
I know that's right. You better say that.
So, yeah, that's what we're about. And you're streaming on our website now. See, that's what we're about. Just kind of
that's the beauty
together.
In it.
Yeah,
wonderful. When I tell you, when the first time I met Lonnie Davis, the first time I met him, I just was like, I mean, sometimes when you see people that are artists on the internet and then you see them in person, you probably be like, they probably crazy or they probably weird. But when I got in front of him, his energy was like, boom. And I was like, oh my God. So when you was like, that's your artist, I'm like, oh man, this is about to be a great show, because that's the kind of music I promote. That's the kind of music I'm for. It's literally like the same dream. It literally is. It's the same message behind it. It's like just giving the youth, giving all of society something else to believe in, something else to feel.
Most definitely, yeah. Lonnie was so excited too when he see that flyer. He's like, Samantha, I know Shana. He said, I cannot wait.
Up on those scales. I'm talking about we was in that motherfucker turned up. I could do a show with him any day. That's another thing too. I do want to try to see if we can get a feature in and try to get some music out. Exchange. You know what I'm saying? If it's prices or whatever it may be. But I feel like we really could do a nice little movement. Because where are you guys located again?
Oh well, we're everywhere. Primarily on the East Coast, we're in PA, New Jersey, New York, so we're all along there. We're just we're spread out. Lonnie's down south, but look, we were all together in Brooklyn this past weekend. We were talking about that.
Wow.
Yes, and that's
the label right there. When they get all around the world, that's what that entrepreneurship work out, baby.
For real. Yeah, we can definitely, talk about that, because he was like, yeah, that's my girl. I met her through Dope Scale.
That's definitely a blessing. That's how I know the world is as small as a hand, because I would have never thought that when she said, my husband was like, that's Lonnie Davis, manager. I was like, oh, shit.
It's a small world. I was like, Lonnie, I was like, I met together in Clubhouse last year. We be
I
having
know, and I'm trying to see like how did we even lose contact, because I could have sworn that we were in the same room multiple times.
Like it, because our Radio Clubhouse. That's when I first met you, through Radio Clubhouse, and then
Yeah,
I forgot the smoke room. I think I
the
remember
smoke
it
room.
was, yeah, it was like
Yeah,
a
they got a lot
competition.
of lit ones on there.
Yeah, and I remember they'd say which one you like, one or two. Like I remember one night in
Yeah.
particular, it was you against this other lady or whatever. They're playing it. So I I voted for you. I was like, because I think you was number one. I was like one. I was like what?
I used to get so heartbroken sometimes, but that's how I knew some people wouldn't accept what I was giving. And that's what made me have an understanding of don't try to sell to everybody, because everybody's not gonna like what you're selling. You get what I'm saying? But I would hear so many people and I'm like, I know my song is way better. And they're like, it's the message behind it. Nobody don't want to hear you, you know what I'm saying, crying as a female. They want to hear, about you being lit. And I'm like, well, I'll be damned. But it's your audience that you sell to. That is another thing I want to tell artists out there. Everybody has a different audience that they sell to. So it's like, I mean, until you get to the point to where you're selling out overseas in every country, you want to focus on the people who love you the most. You get what I'm saying? If when you release a song, if most of your streams come from, like now, most of my streams probably come from Atlanta and Kentucky, and probably, I know it's like one or two countries that I've never seen before or heard of before, and they be streaming like 12,000. So I'm like, who are they? But so I focus on, giving them those same type of hits that they've been, streaming a lot. And that's how I base off my music. Basically, I started making more real rap than I did, because I got ratchet music. That's what I call it.
Right.
But I got ratchet music. You know what I'm saying? I got club bangers. I got all type of things. But I think that my biggest fan base is based behind doing something that they haven't seen a female rapper do yet. So I'm like, I'm going to keep that, real rap thing until I can just bust in that door. I'm trying to bust that door in.
Yeah, sure. Bust that door wide open. Like,
yes.
Like it's
we all come in there. It's going to be a choo-choo train, a soul train, baby. We going to be in there like, hey, we got it now. Y'all fucked up.
Right. Exactly. That's what it's about. Just bringing people together. That's what I would like to see a lot more in this industry, more support. You know
if
what I'm
everybody
saying?
would stop trying to, defeat everyone else. It's like, why is it a competition on, who makes it first? Because I had teams, you know what I mean? Like every time we went from one place to another, we had a team, and it was like 15 of us. And at my shows would be packed out, like 30, 40 people at my shows in my section. And this was about like 2 years ago. And so once everybody realized that we were all trying to push one person, the people who wanted to do music as well was like, fuck it, I don't want to be here no more. You get what I'm saying? And they left. And I'm like, well, you got people like, I forgot her name, the gorilla girl that just came out. Her name Gorilla something.
I think I know you're talking
the
about.
The fuck nigga, I'm FREE, whatever. Yeah, her.
Yeah.
She literally, her whole team pushed her. Her whole city pushed her. And now she got record deals for everybody who ever stood by her side. So instead of just her taking herself alone, you get what I'm saying? She took everybody with her that she could. And it was just like, to do that, that shows the humbleness of someone. But not many people have a whole group of people that they can trust to just be there for them. Like, at what point will you be comfortable with standing out of the spotlight? Because I had to do it for my husband. Like, when I first met him and I couldn't show him that I could do music, I had to step out of his spotlight. I was like, I gotta let him shine. I can't be mad. I gotta let him shine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, when my time came, I shine bright like a diamond. So it's like, I don't see most people that would give up their dreams for a second just to help you push your dreams for a lifetime, for all of you. You get what I'm saying? But the more people that we had of that in groups and, in society, period, people that support each other and push each other, I believe we will make it so much faster.
I agree. It's a season for everybody. Like you said, a team, you push one person, you get your plan, boom. Okay.
Boom. There you go.
Boom.
Now you got 7 different artists from this same label, and all you did was blow up off of one person.
Exactly.
And that's the part that's crazy to me. I'm like, this could start a whole entire label. Once one artist blows up, it's like, okay, I want to be like that artist. Can you give me that money that you got that artist? Do you have the nice, you know what I'm saying, set up? Are you ready? We got to go ahead and go through, artist development and all that. Boom. Now you blow that artist up. Now you blow that artist up. And it just will be just like literally a revolving door. You'll just keep going around the same way. But I mean, they don't want to hear that. they don't have the patience for that. That's the biggest problem nowadays in our age group. They'll kill to be famous. They'll steal to be famous. They'll manipulate to be famous. And I think that's pretty much most of the message that I want to give out. Let people still shine in their light, but do understand that a lot of people are going to burden you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to knock you down from where you want to be at.
Right. And that's the
But
shame of it. But as long as people are coming together, support,
it'll be all right.
We can win. We can win this.
We can stack up like Legos on top of each other.
Right.
Like,
right. We'll have a whole Lego nation
don't play.
going on.
Mexicans each other. They be in the car 50 deep in the car, going to one event.
Right. They'll be ready. So that's how you gotta. That's how you gotta be. And like we were saying, if we're like that, we can pass it on down to future generations.
Yes, forever.
Yep.
It'll be a legacy. It starts off just from one. It starts off from one little small mustard seed, and it just blows into a legacy. I just can't wait. That's one thing I know that I'll see. I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm a future teller, but a fortune teller or anything. But God has showed me. He just told me like, hey, look, keep doing what you're doing. What I've been asking you to do, spread my word around, change this industry from what it is back to what it need to be, so we can move on with life.
That's right.
And I will make sure you are okay, sister girl.
That's right. That's right.
I don't think. Do you think that you would want fame? Do you think that Lonnie would want fame or a lot of money?
I think it's more of because there's crazy different definitions to fame. You know what I'm saying? So I think more of security. I would say that.
Security, yes, ma'am.
Security, because as they say, more money, more problems. All money ain't good money sometimes either. So
right about that.
You got to think about that, and then fame. Well, I would say success is leaving a legacy behind. You know what I'm saying? Passing these jewels on. Passing it down to your family. So when we're gone, our kids can live off what we did. To me, that's success. That's fame. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's my biggest thing, because they were asking me like, a woman I had picked her up for Lyft one day, and she was like, yeah, she was telling me she did something in the music industry. She was coming from the airport, and she was like, you look like you sing. And I was like, no, I really rap. I said, I got a couple songs that I've sing on. She was like, you got your music? And I was like, yeah. And she was telling me like some of my songs, she was like, whichever ones you ain't keeping or you don't want to do nothing with, let them go. And I'm like, what do you mean? She was like sell them. She was like, you could be a songwriter. You get what I'm saying? So it's like different parts that you can take into the industry that can give you that success without having that fame, because fame does bring. I feel like once we're famous, me and my husband will have to fake a breakup, or you know what I'm saying? It's like they come up with this little weird shit where relationships, oh, he cheated on me and had a baby or whatever the fuck, just to keep yourself in the limelight. You get what I'm saying? You have to literally down your marriage. And it's like I've seen a lot of artists that do it. So I'm thinking to myself, I would probably want success more. And that's where the label comes in at, because that's where the success is. Right. And the fame, I mean, even if I'm not all over the whole United States, I think I will be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. You can still have a private life, because, you get too known.
I can walk outside without people taking pictures of me and my kids, and we just woke up out of bed. We ain't do our hair today. Like,
right. They'll be all in your face and stuff like that. So I just, like I said, just to be successful, that generational wealth. There you go. And, people learn how to use your money. You got these people flashing, I got $100,000. What are you about to do with that $100,000?
Baby, you better invest.
You up here spending it on a car when it lost the value as soon as it left the lot. It's like people just got to be smarter with their money. Invest in your business.
I know that's right. All them doggone PPP loans, and I was so mad because every time I try to do something that God don't want me doing, He whoop my ass, so it don't ever work for me. And and when I seen everybody getting them PPP loans, I said, these motherfuckers better be. I mean, they better catch up, and I mean they better, they better catch up to where they ain't struggling no more. But it's like that's another problem because I have that problem. I get a lump sum of money and I'll be like, let me go on Sheen and order me 152 outfits. Like, why are you ordering 152 outfits off of Sheen with this money and you don't need it?
Right, because we can't take it with us, you know.
Right.
We can't take it with us.
You're right about that now. You gotta go somewhere.
Right.
But I just feel like majority of the time, if we think with a level head, we've already thought about investing that money into something that would take us to our next level in life. You know what I mean? So, and I'm hoping that more for, you know what I'm saying, to you, because my sons, they walk around with like little toy guns and stuff, and I'll be like, he'll be like, my son was like, yeah, when I get older, I'm gonna give me a gun and go blah blah, and I'm like, oh fuck no, oh no. I'm like, hey, what you gonna do is when you get older, you're gonna have to work hard for that money. So you're not gonna be able to probably even get you a gun until you done paid off every bill, every debt you owe. Make sure your credit is good, because if not, you ain't finna be able to get shit. But you know, instead of them worrying about credit and stuff, they're worrying about, you know what I'm saying, the gun that they'll buy when they'll get older. That it makes me think about, you know, materialistic things to the youth in life right now. So that's another thing too. I'm like, you know, that inner peace is something you can't afford.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, figure that out first, and then you can go on with life on the things that you want, like the materialistic stuff.
Right. Exactly. Have yourself set first. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I know that's right. Something to fall on, baby. You got to have some cushion back there.
Right. I can't push without the cushion. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, we are.
Oh God, it's been so nice talking to you.
I know it. I know it has. See, that's what we're showing here. Queens coming together. See,
yes.
Right there, that's what it's about. That's what
entrepreneurs, baby.
Entrepreneurship. That's what it's about. And you guys tell them what do you have going on for the rest of 2022 going into 2023?
Okay, so I do have, like, I was dropping back to bed, cool, sim, black and black. So I do have but I do have 2 more albums that's coming out. One album that I'm for sure on is this album called Love and Hip Hop. And I mean, that one for me, Real Rap is Back is great. I just dropped that one in summer, but I just feel like the Love and Hip Hop is gonna bring me to another level. It's gonna bring me to brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? Just like everything that we miss in hip hop. Yeah. So that's coming out. It'll be about 12 tracks, and it'll be hitting fall. So around fall breakish, I'll be putting that one out. And then I do have another one coming for the beginning of the year. It'll be all my features, every song that I've ever featured on, from every artist in the world. Some artists, I met this artist named Omeezy on Clubhouse, and I don't know him worth the doggone.
I remember the song.
Oh my God, I wish I would have sent you that song. Oh my God,
I remember.
Together called
I heard it.
Ass.
Yes. I heard it. I was in the room. I've heard that a few times. Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah.
And I mean, I had just met him out of nowhere on Clubhouse. It was so funny. But when I heard him, I'm like, he is dope. I like the way his cadence and his delivery was. So, and I think he's from like East Coast. So that was like, a perfect blend for us from the South to the East. That was perfect. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got I think it'll be probably like 15 to 17 songs on there, because I have a lot of features. But I feel like everybody will love them. I go harder on my features than I do on my regular songs. That's just, I'm going to give everybody that cheat code. Because if I only have to do 28 to 30 bars, I'm going to do that shit spectacular. But if I have to do like 100 bars, it's going to be like, oh my God, my brain is done thinking.
Right. So it's probably a little easier on the feature.
That's coming out in winter. Well, by the beginning of the year, at least like New Year's, that one will be out. And I do have some shows coming up. I have a lot of shows coming up. We're planning our own tour, the Touche Way Music Group tour. I'm gonna go to, I think, probably like 5 or 6 different states. And then we're going to go to the downtown area in each state. I'm taking all my people with me. We're going to be out there putting up signs and flyers like I just said I wouldn't do. But we're going to go to Detroit. We're going to go to Minnesota. We're going to go just about everywhere. So I am waiting on that to come. And then we're probably going to do a couple shows in each state that we go to. But yeah, that's about it. We are planning to bring like 4 or 5 artists with us. So whichever 4 or 5 artists it is, like every artist will pitch in, you know, because we're gonna bring our managers with us, but our managers are there to manage us, not to pay for us. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna pitch in each artist and make sure we got gas. We're gonna already have the travel bus, me and my husband, but we're gonna make sure we have enough for stay. You know what I'm saying? Enough for a little spending cash here and there. You know, for everybody to, you know, adventure or whatever. Because we're going to states that we ain't never been to before.
Right.
But and I do want us to just go down there and just basically take over. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere that we go that Shana Red performs, I'm gonna have at least 4 artists open up for me before I perform. And I feel like that'll be really great. We are working with a third company or whatever that's talking about taking care of travel and stay. We just have to see. But if that's the case, then I would just need each artist to bring with them basically, you know what I'm saying, whatever team they need or, you know, whatever support they need. Because our people gonna be there, but you want your people and, you know what I'm saying, everywhere you go to be a hype man. But yeah, I feel like it'll be a great opportunity for exposure. Let me say that. Because before you can start getting paid for shows, you have to be able to pack a show out. You get what I'm saying? So, right. So that's my biggest thing. I'm trying to see the 4 best artists that I could bring with me that we could just, you know, pack a show out. Like a whole bunch of people who never even met us before pull up for their show.
That's exciting.
But I think that's about it. I think that's all we have really coming up. I do have some photo shoots coming.
Hey.
And some more videos. I'm going to do at least 4 videos before the end of the year. These videos I think will probably be on a whole different level than what I've usually been doing. I know one of them, I got this song called Lick on My Cat. I'm not supposed to talk about it because it ain't out yet, but it's funny because my kids helped me make it. And it's the remix to Slob on My Knob. And I just felt like it was like, you know, bringing back some of, you know, hip hop from back in the day, like Uncle Luke and, you know, Yin Yang Twins. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. We're just going to, you know, try to bring it back again. But yeah, so I do have that video coming out. It's gonna be a lot of butt shaking and stuff like that everywhere. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to do a video for my newest song that came out on my album. What is it called? It's called Loyal Shit Only. And I had probably like 13,000 streams on that song, and I just dropped it on August 8th. I mean on July 8th. So I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to. We're gonna do a video for that, and I think that's about it.
You've been working. That's a lot. That's a lot. That ain't little. That's a lot.
Not to mention we're going to every football game, every baseball game, every cross country track game.
But you're doing everything. See that, man? You know it's work. You're putting in that work.
Queen, God gives us all the ability to do everything that we want to do.
Amen to that. Amen to that. And then where can people find you?
You can find me on, I have so many platforms. Dang. Okay, so you can find me on Facebook at Shana Red, SHUNNAREDD. I do have 2 Shana Red pages. One of them is my artist page. One of them is my personal page. You can also find me on Instagram at official Shana Red _. And then you can find me on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, YouTube at Shana Red, SHUNNA REDD. Because I used to spell it together, but now I separated it. I was just let it be what it is.
Yeah, I like the space. And it's scrolling all along here too. I was like, Shana Red on all music platforms. It's like they can't miss you.
My husband forced that on me. I was like, it's spelled with no space. And he was like, bitch, we spacing it.
So you got to put a space in there, you know. But I like it like that. That looks good with the space. I like it.
Thank you so much.
I like it like that for sure, for sure. And you know, final deep question. You know, I gotta ask. I usually ask everybody this one. Most people know what it's gonna be, but you know, what legacy does Miss Shana Red want to leave behind?
I think Miss Shana Red wants to leave behind real rap is back, and I also think she wants to leave behind you can do anything that you manifest into existence. And I think those 2 are the biggest for me because dreams don't come true anymore unless you tell people to believe. So That's what I gotta say about that.
I love that legacy. That's a good one right there. I felt that. I felt that through my heart and soul right there.
I know that's right, girl. That's that entrepreneurship right
That's right. That's right. That's right. And before we go, we do have one like a video. We'll play to end it out. It's a POA, Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that one? Because I know that one just came out not too long ago.
Yes,
so
it did.
Yeah. So you want to let them kind of know about it, the premise behind that, and all that.
Okay. Well, for one, I have on this fabulous outfit in that video, and and for two, I really had fun. I had fun in that video. That was the first time I had went back to Pop Lock and Drop It before, after I had my baby. I haven't had shows where I had to drop it down low. I just kept, rapping real rap. So on this one, I got to bend that booty, a little bit and be feminist or whatever, and be feminine. And you know what I'm saying? Just be myself. And I had a lot of my family there with me during that video. So behind the scenes, it was freaking funny. This song is called Planet of the Apes. You guys can catch it on every platform. And let me know if you love it.
Hey, that was so dope. That was lit. Before we play that, I do got to say it was definitely a pleasure having you on.
It is a pleasure to be here.
We got to stay in touch and connect. I love you.
Yes, Miss Samantha. Thank you so much. You make me blush all day long.
No, I love Miss Shana Red. I love, right up my alley. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I love it.
Like Queens coming together. That's what it's about, and I definitely want to thank everybody, for tapping in. These comments have been going crazy. We are on several Facebook pages. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. We're on CertifiedNationEntertainment.com. We're going to drop this on the IG. It's just been really dope. Oh, and Shana, I got to let you give some shout outs too. I can't play that before you give some shout outs.
Oh Lord, yes, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So I have some people who have been moving big in my life, very big in my life, and I just thank God for them. But I want to give a shout out to Big Sheev. That's my brother. He does literally every beat to just about almost every song that I ever thought would be amazing in my life, and I appreciate him. He's just there 100% to support me. And I'm saying, everything that we have going on. So I thank him so much because he's beautiful. Him and his wife Pamela are beautiful. And then I also want to give a shout out to Finesse Banks because they have been in my corner. And also Derek. I don't know if y'all know Derek. Derek, I love Derek. Derek is even sometimes when I'm too busy to respond to the post that he posts to me every day, this man always makes sure that he still posts me daily. And I'm like, I appreciate him. He is.
Yeah. They in the building too. They here. They comments and they in the building.
He's a blessing. I also want to give another shout out to Track Mac. That's my brother that does all of my filming and production. He also does my engineering. I told you he controls my whole template. I want to give a shout out to him because he's the reason why I even rap now. Thank you so much, brother. And then one more for Mama Kuda. My Mama Kuda, I love her. I don't know if everybody know her, but Mama Kuda has been pushing me to go on since the first day I started. I mean, she gonna mention me to everybody that you see.
Wow.
Oh, and one more thing. I'm sorry.
Keep going.
You guys should tap in with this DJ named Virgil. His DJ VIP, and he spins independent artist tracks here in Kentucky. I mean, it's on the radio. If you ever thinking about getting on the radio, that's something that you guys should always consider. But I know once I got on the radio down here, a lot of kids down here started just calling people like, hey, such and such mom they can rap. You know what I'm saying? So, I always promote it. Shout out to Virgil for always spinning me on the radio. I love you, bro.
Oh, he's in here too. I had to put him in his comment. He's in here too watching. So that's dope. That's
Virgil in the building. I can't see because I'm videoing on my phone right now, but I know those are people who, and definitely shout out to you, Miss Samantha, for setting up this whole interview with me. Every time people get to hear about me in my life is another person that I think will eventually love me. So this to me is like a dream come true.
Oh my gosh. Hey, it was a pleasure. This is what we do. You're episode 80. We're activated.
Yes.
We're moving. We're
I know that's
moving.
right. I'm about to share this episode 80 all over the place because Black Queen's gonna have to go ahead and tune in here. It's much needed.
Amen, for sure. And it's going to be everywhere. Anyone missed the beginning of the live, you guys can tune in to all these platforms. We're definitely going to run it up. So I'm already tell you to expect tags, stories, links, all of that. It's just
Yes, it's gonna go everywhere. My
It
husband don't
is.
play. He be doing screen record and send video. He be doing the whole nine.
He'd be on it. Again, such a pleasure having you on. Let's Get Activated podcast. Again, shout out to, all the people here tuning in, tapping in. Y'all definitely please follow Miss Shana REDD. Show her some love. She's a dope artist. And stay on, everybody, because we got that POA that we're going to close out with. Another dope track from Miss Shana REDD. And
That's
are
my
activated.
song right there. I always get
Hey.
so come on, Miss Samantha.
we about to get ready. We're about to get lit, everybody. So without further ado, we have Shana REDD, Planet of the Apes. Let's go.
Positive that man and ape cannot be related.
As sure as I am that Jesus hates hip hop.
Come on, open. I want what's in you.
I be trying to take it easy, but you bitches really tease me. I done took care of you heathens, but you suddenly deceiving. Yet my carrots steady leaking. I want green for every season. Took advice, but they mislead me. I'm the captain when we teaming. I want dough, guala. If you ain't spending that cash, nigga, gone. Holla, I ain't good with kissing ass, so bitch don't bother. He gon' fly me first class, but his head not gonna leave his bed rocking. Ice on my neck, look like a spare watcher. Bitch, don't make me head lock you. I be talking shit, but know the feds watch it. Blink around my wrist, look like it's dead walking. Go against the grain, now that's a dead coffin. Leave a scared coffin, you won't see me yell often. Make that nigga break the fucking bank, then let my mans walk him. Booty got a man stalking, all you bitches jail talking. I'm a different breed, all you bitches smell awkward. I be planting different seeds. Dough, guala, if you ain't spending that cash, nigga, gone. Holla, I ain't good with kissing ass, so bitch don't bother. He gon' fly me first class, but his head not gonna leave his bed rocking. I won't dough, guala, if you ain't spending that cash, nigga, gone. Holla, I ain't good with kissing ass, so bitch don't bother. He gon' fly me first class, but his head not gonna leave his bed rocking, bitch. Listening to this shit, I bet your head bopping. Bitch, look Shana REDD popping. Might be playing tricks, need me a mad doctor. Light me up a spliff and get some brain after. Then it's time to change chapters. None of you niggas can top my main I won't dough, guala, if you ain't spending that cash, nigga, gone. Holla, I ain't good with kissing ass, so bitch don't bother. He gon' fly me first class, but his head not gonna leave his bed rocking. I won't dough, guala, if you ain't spending that cash, nigga, gone. Holla, I ain't good with kissing ass, so bitch don't bother. He gon' fly me first class, but his head not gonna leave his bed rocking, bitch.